Good morning, everybody. It's Crafting Journey here. That Journey Chick on Instagram. Please make sure you're can't talk today. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Um, I gotta put some pictures up on Instagram. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Why? Because I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, it's Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney. I'm really butchering Punxsutawney Phil's name. I don't know if that I even pronounced it just now correctly. However, um, because of the pandemic, it was done virtually this year. Punxsutawney Phil came out on the Weather Channel. If you go to the Weather Channel, you can watch Punxsutawney Phil, and I am butchering that name. So sorry. So sorry, Punks. I'm going to call you Punks. Um, yeah, the Weather Channel covered it virtually. So funny. Oh, God. Oh, Southern Butter Pecan Coffee today. Yum, 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 yum. I haven't worn this hat in a while. This is that spiral one that was that gave me such angst, but I love it. I love it. I ended up doing two of them in that this particular pattern. Um, and this is a loom hat. Um, the reason it was so difficult is if you made any mistakes in the loom, in the pattern, this, would not, it would be all wonky. So I'd have to frog it out and start over again. Um, yeah. Dropping drills here. Oh my goodness. Does this happen to you guys where you just drop drills everywhere? Yeah. Anyway, so Groundhog Day. So what happened? What? You're all quitting. What happened? What happened? Because I don't want to go to the Weather Channel right now. I know. Well, here's what happened. So Punxsutawney Phil, um, this is a tradition that goes back to the like 1880s ish. They can't find any references to it earlier than that, but right around that time, um, it's associated with a holiday called Candlemas. It's a German holiday where the the priests would go out throughout the community distributing candles, and the amount of candles kind of let you know how much more winter would expect. So somehow that translated into these groundhogs. Anyway, the Germans immigrated to the U.S., the Pennsylvania area, and it, they used to do it with hedgehogs back in Germany, but when they came to the U.S., the groundhogs were very plentiful, so they would use groundhogs. And groundhogs, they burrow during the winter, and they come out of their burrow not to predict the weather for us, but to mate. And they say that when they mate, they do this like kind of whistle thing. Anyway, so the tradition is that if this groundhog, Phil, if he comes out of his little burrow and he sees his shadow, he goes back into the burrow and goes back to sleep. That means there's more winter, 6 more weeks of winter. And if he comes out of the burrow and does not see his shadow, that means spring is right around the corner and he stays out of his burrow and he plays. Okay. And supposedly he only gets this right about 50% of the time. I think he's probably right with today's prediction. So today's prediction, I'm going to spoil it for you. He saw his shadow. He did. He did. Phil saw his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter is what he is predicting. Take it or leave it. And for those of you in the Northeast, I would say you believe it, because I know a lot of you are just drowning in snow right now. Drowning. Nareda, God love you. I know you're in the thick of it. Up there in New York, you know, the entire Northeast. Oh, you guys, poor people. I love snow, but not that much snow. Oh my God. So 6 more weeks of this nonsense. Yeah, more winter. Yeah. And, here's like a little, I put up a little picture here of the guy holding Phil up, and one guy holds Phil, you know, the groundhog, and another guy comes out and he reads this scroll, supposedly written by Punxsutawney Phil. And it's very cute. So if you want to go to the Weather Channel, it's just a couple minutes long, and it's super cute. So today I am still working on Alice lost her dress. I'm working on her dress. You guys can't see it because it's off camera. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. The dress right here. I'm working on the dress. All these ruffles in Alice's dress. See, you can see the dress. I can't wait to get up to her hair and her face. And if you guys have never diamond painted before, I know a lot of you guys are crocheters. These projects can take upwards of, 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the size. I tend to gravitate, unfortunately, to larger paintings. And what I would do last year is I would do a collab, and when the collab was over, if the painting wasn't done, I would just put it away and get out the next one. So I have a lot of unfinished paintings, but this is the year of Alice. I have decided very minimal collaborations. I do have guests on my show quite often, but I'm just doing Alice in Wonderland, and then at the same time attempting to finish some of my works in progress. What is going on with these drills today? They're like all over the place. So this is Finish It February in the diamond painting community. So we're all trying to finish our works in progress that we may have sitting around. I have too many to count. Too many to count. So Alice is one that I started on January 1st. I am finishing up Sledding into Town, which you'll see on the weekends. That will probably be finished this weekend. I started that one back in November, but it's quite a large painting, and full of confetti. So, and by confetti, if you're a crocheter and you don't know what confetti is, it's a term to describe a small area of the canvas where there's just tons of color change. Like you may have like a small, 1x1 area that has 30 colors. So I'm not exaggerating. So that is what we call confetti. Yeah, and it can be a nightmare sometimes. And it was you can see it right over there in the corner. Yeah, that one was a bit of a nightmare confetti. But it's a Chuck Pinson. I only do licensed artwork, but Chuck Pinson is known for, like, when he does his artwork with his brush, he just dots across the canvas. And it can make for a nightmare diamond painting, but it turns out beautiful in the end. So, Groundhog Day. Phil saw his shadow. I want to, let me move the camera down a little. Let's see if I can get a better, so you can see the dress. There you go. You can see the dress. Okay. And Hannah Lynn and Mandy Manzano both artists tend to do this black outline thing. So that's what I'm working on now, is the black outline, which is kind of fun. Okay, so how was your Monday, guys? Did you have a great Monday? Mine was uh, like Groundhog Day. To put it frankly, every day is kind of like the day before or the day, no, the next. It's all just blends. Um, you get in, you get up, you make the coffee. I do my research for the show, film the show, work. Sometimes I take a nap at lunchtime. I My best friend yesterday, she was not feeling well, so I didn't get to talk to her much. Usually we'll sit and talk while I'm working. Um, so it's, and then after work I sit and crochet or diamond paint or, something while I'm watching TV. But that is it every single day without fail. Um, Today I get to go for a car ride. I'm like a dog. Car ride, car ride. Yes, I want to go. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Where's the dogs? Here's Jake. He's got it. He does move out of this position when the show is over. He's so cute. He'll get up and follow me to the office. Um, so what I've done is, instead of walking back and forth to, while the video renders, I now take my computer that I filmed this on into my office, so that I'm not walking back and forth, because Jake will follow me. You know, poor thing. I think that's how he gets his exercise. You go, every time I get up and come back in here to see what the progress is on the rendering, he would come here and he would get all settled, and then I would get up and go back to the office. So now I just take the computer with me, and that way I don't disturb my little man. So yeah, today I have to go pick up groceries. Yay! I don't even go into the store anymore. I just pick up the groceries. So I'm wondering, like, after you get vaccinated, can we go back to shopping? Can I go back to the grocery store? Like, the only store I actually brave going in is Joann's. Because I just got to go in and see the stuff. I got to see it. And I will get stuck in the yarn aisle for half an hour because I just love looking at all the yarn. Um, the Joann's that I go to doesn't have a whole lot in the way of diamond painting. Um, they've got the diamond dots display, but I have been looking. I would like to get one of the Diamond Dots freestyle books. There's one that has flowers, and there's some different ones, but they don't have them. And I don't know if it's because they do inventory in January and they were all out of it, but I just keep checking. So, because I would like to do some of that freestyle stuff, where you get the blank canvas. Not a Haid. I've done Haid. Well, I'm going to say I've attempted Haid, which is Heaven and Earth Designs, which are massive, and I've even attempted a mini. And the problem with the Heaven and Earth Design is that I cannot do it on camera, because it's like doing counted cross stitch. It is counted cross stitch diamond painting. And it's impossible to count and talk to you guys at the same time. So I've had to kind of put away the Heaven and Earth Design projects, unfortunately. But Diamond Dots they have these books, and they sell the diamonds, and you can do these little projects, or so I've been told, because I can't find the books. But that's okay. But yeah, Joann's is the only place I will actually go into the store. More recently, I went into Home Goods because I had a gift card. And I think I ended up buying like a laundry basket or something, new dog dishes. The dogs, they love them. They're very particular about their dishes, but they like these dishes, so yay. So let's talk about this day in history. February 2nd is the day, and this was in 1847. The Donner Party, the first member of the Donner Party dies. Now, eventually, half of them died, but this is the day that the first one died. So this was so crazy. This pioneers, the pioneers, they would go westward, and there was a trail that they would follow, and they all knew, the pioneers would research, they get all their stuff ready, and everybody knew that there was like this narrow time frame that you should leave to start your travels to the west. And you had to give it enough time in the spring for to be enough grass and stuff to feed your livestock, but still early enough that you would beat winter to get west. So, like mid-April was a good time for these people to leave, to pioneer westward. So the Donner Party, which was, there were 12 single people, and then there were, two or three families, the Reeds, the Donners, there was a few other families, and lots of kids, lots of kids. So they set out, but unfortunately, they got a late start. They did not leave until like sometime in May. And even one of the party members said, I think this is not a good thing that we're leaving so late. And then to navigate their way, they had bought this book that this guy wrote about a shortcut that you could take. So most pioneers would just follow this trail, and I'll put the map up here, and you can see in this map the trail that everybody would follow. Now, if you look at the orange line down below, this is the shortcut that the Donner Party decided they were going to follow, because it was in this book that this is an alternative way to go, and it's shorter. Unfortunately, the guy that wrote the book had never made the trip. No one had ever made that trip. Nobody knows why he even put it in, to sell the book, I guess. So, they're the Donner Party, they're going along with all these other pioneers, and they get to this one point and they say, okay, we're taking the shortcut. So they go and they take the shortcut, and the rest of the people, they travel on and they get to California, and they're good. But so the Donner Party, they take this other trek, which takes them through these mountains, the Sierra Nevada mountains, the deserts. It was just a horrible. That shortcut ended up taking them a month longer than it would have normally. These poor people. So they get to a certain, at one point they realize, we're not going to get through these mountains with all these wagons. They had wagons full of flour and bacon and all this livestock, and they realized, we're not going to get through these mountains with all this stuff. So they just leave it, and they start trekking on foot. And eventually, starvation is setting in. Then they get to a certain point in the mountains, and winter sets in. So now they're pitching tents and makeshift little, homes, and they're starving, and they revert to cannibalism at one point. Well, for the last pretty much half of their journey, they reverted to cannibalism. They had no choice. They had no food. It was the dead of winter. So what eventually happens is, a small party sets out. I think it was 7 men. They set out, and they're going to go find help. And it might have been larger than 7 men, but 7 of the party that set out to go get help make it to help. But it takes, when they get the help to go the people to go back and rescue the other people, the first party that goes back to rescue other people, they don't bring anything because it's impossible to bring anything with you in this territory, and it's just impossible. You can't bring wagons or anything like that. So all they had was what they could carry. So, and there was they got some people out with that trip. Then they had to make 2 more trips to get the rest of these people out, and a lot of them were kids. There was a 1-month-old that said that she lived into adulthood. She did survive. But 40, there was a total of 87 people that set out. And it was a pass through Wyoming. And I believe 42 of them perished. So that was there a movie about that? I don't remember. Seems like it would make a good movie if it seems like there must have been a movie about that. I don't know. But it was just a fated trip. Just really ill-fated. And the guy that wrote that book, they should string him up. Because that was terrible. Anyway, the Donner Party. I thought that was interesting. So last night I finished watching, what the heck is it called? Oh, it's on Netflix. It's about these fairies. They're in a school that. Let's look it up, shall we? All right, Netflix. Netflix fairies. Let's just look up Netflix fairies. Let's see what we get. Okay, it's called The Winx Saga. And top stories. I finished, it's called Fate, The Winx Saga. So it finishes up, I guess it's season 1. Hopefully there's going to be a season 2. And this one person says, I still have a million questions, but me too. But I thought it was really cute. It's about a deranged teenage fairy. Okay. Well, she's trying to find her parents. She's a changeling, and she's trying to find her parents. Let's see what they say about season 2. Oh, there is going to be a season 2. Oh, no, wait a minute. It says Netflix has not yet officially confirmed a second season for the show, but don't worry just yet. Okay, I won't worry. It wasn't that good of a show. It was cute. I mean, I love shows I love vampires and fairies and mystical stuff. For you guys who are new to my channel, I am a vampire. Oh, yeah. I could sleep all day and crochet all night. I'm a crocheting, diamond painting vampire. No. Not really. But I could be. My granddaughter and I have a pact that if she ever becomes a vampire, she'll change me. And then I will be stuck at this age. I think if she was going to do it, she could do it like when I was, in my 20s. I rocked it when I was in my 20s. I looked good. Not like I look now. So I don't want to be converted now at the age of, 60. Oh, no. Because, I guess the earlier the better, right? Because I was going through People magazine yesterday, and they had this article about Cicely Tyson, who's like 90 something years old, and she looks fantastic. Gorgeous. She just came out with a book, Her Life in Pictures. Well, she's a beautiful woman. Holy moly. Even at the age of 90, whatever. And Queen Elizabeth is going to be 95 this summer. like, you know, is there a fountain of youth there in the palace, or are they, I don't get it. And her husband is like 99 or something like that. I don't know. You know, they get them out and they prop them up and they, I don't know. Apparently, Queen Elizabeth still rides horses. She's in her 90s and she still rides horses. I gotta tell you, I'm not a horse rider, but if I were, oh God, 90s, wow. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Hmm. Um, and if I happen to discover this fountain of youth, um, that means I have another 30 something years to go. Oh my God. Won't that be funny? All right. Oh, there's my doggie. There's my doggie. Somebody must be walking their dog outside. No sign of Lewis. I don't know where Lewis is. You know, yesterday I was in my office and I was looking out this house is so full of windows everywhere, which and a total lack of curtains. I don't have curtains I have curtains in the bedroom. That's it. I can't even go in my living room from like 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock because the sun is setting and it's blinding. So I'll come in here and I'll diamond paint or something to stay out of that room during those hours. But yesterday I'm in my office and I'm looking in the backyard and the squirrels are just chasing each other around and up a tree, and I just sat there mesmerized just watching these little squirrels. They're so adorable. And it was a beautiful day yesterday. It's a beautiful day today. And for you guys that are buried in snow, I am so sorry. Please stay in your house, stay warm, keep on crafting. I worked, while I was finishing up this show last night, um, Fate, the Winx saga. I finished January on my crochet temperature blanket, and I'm still making progress on the loom temperature blanket because I switched it to the loom, and I'm telling you, I switched it to the S loom, and um, on Wednesday night, Craft with Me Wednesday, live at 6 p.m. Central, I'll show you all my progress on my yarn arts. Um, but yeah, but I was thinking, I cannot spend all my time on these temperature things. I want to do some other stuff. I was trolling the YouTube yesterday for patterns, and I found so many cool loom knit patterns that I wanted. Like, I was looking for a really good hooded scarf pattern, and I did find one. So now I gotta see which yarn I want to do it in and which loom I'm going to do it on, and I may start that in Wednesday's show. I think it'll be fun. Crashly, Crafts with Crashly. Crashly will be my guest on Wednesday night. I have to confirm it with her because we haven't talked about it in the last few days, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be on the show. A lot of fun. But she's fairly new to crochet and loom knitting, and so we're going to give her some pointers. It'll be fun. So that kind of wraps up the show today, guys. So there is a giveaway, a yarn giveaway. I'll put a link up here, up, right there, to the yarn giveaway. It'll be tomorrow night during Craft with Me Wednesday. So make sure that you tune in. It'll be live. I'm going to do a random comment picker for the comments on that video. Leave a comment on that video if you want to get into the giveaway. I'm giving away some pretty cute yarn. Yeah. Some Premier Puzzle yarn, which is amazing. I just ordered some more stuff for Premier. Yes, I found this woman on, and I don't know. Let me see if I can find out who she was. But on YouTube yesterday. Just she came up on my suggestions, and I started watching her, and um, she was promoting this premier yarn and talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I have to have that. She's good. She's good. Let me see if I can find. I subscribe to her channel. Let me see if I can find her name, because that would be a shame not to mention her name. Is this it? I don't know. I've subscribed to so many crafting channels lately. Oh, I don't know. And if I find the name when I edit, I'll put it down here. But she was so cute, super cute. So guys, have a great Tuesday. What's going on tonight? More crafting. Please stay in your house, stay warm, and craft on, guys. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.